Good morning. It is EuroScrum. Here we are. It's Wednesday. I'm in the Makers Academy offices, the teaming part of London. What's going on? Yeah, so it's our funny Wednesday thing where we have both the EuroScrum and the open pairing session. And David and Pete and Semprelli and myself. So I guess let's go to a screen share. Pop that up over here. And here we go. Let's maximize that. Why don't we do a people-focused? Semprelli, how are things going with you?
I paired this morning on with Marcelo on helping him with a website on business. Like he was working on a spike for the YouTube Scrum page, and he wanted some help getting set up with some YouTube things, and we managed to get that done, like using a gem called YouTube It. Like we got a list of Scrum videos on a page, although they were not very formatted and filtered. That was like the first version, and we plan on working on that later when he's awake. Like
right.
It's night time. Yeah.
Yes, so, indeed.
That's all, and nothing blocking me.
Oh, good show. Any plans now?
I don't know. I'll probably join one of the other pairing sessions.
Sure. Good show. Pete, how are things with you?
I'm okay. I've just been playing around with Slack a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Setting up integrations with Pivotal Tracker and Travis and Google Plus Hangouts.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when you start the Hangout from Slack, it's not an on-air Hangout.
No.
So that's a shame.
Yeah.
But everything else seems to be working okay in the Cordelia channel. And then just preparing to pair some more on the content for the first workshop on Cordelia.
Right. Yes. How's that going? Did you manage to create some of the things we were talking about yesterday? For as regards, in particular, let's take me to the channel. Actually, some content to go in the IDE.
Yeah. I worked on a lo-fi with David on that yesterday.
Right.
For the first student web page. Let me paste that. Link to that into group chat, and just started implementing that in HTML and CSS.
Let's have a look at that. Okay. Oh, cool. Yes. So this would be, and we'd be able to see something like this in the IDE, side by side with the raw HTML code and the actual view. Lovely.
I'm not sure how well it will work with two columns in such a small iframe.
Well,
we might have to have scrolling side to side, or we'll come up with.
Yeah, you can keep playing with it. Yeah, and so this is the Agile Ventures Slack instance here. I guess I'm looking at the activity view. So they have these funny messages, don't they, at the beginning? But here, they're pretty.
So I've been playing with there's this GitHub bot called. WhoBot. I was playing around with that. Like that does a lot of the functions that.
Yes.
Just playing around with that and integration with Slack.
Yes. I mean, I'm feeling quite positive about Slack. I love their little Slack bot who talks you through that. Rather than filling in a form, it talks you through getting your photo your profile set up, which I think is nice.
Yeah, there's I know that chatbots are right up your street.
Indeed, yeah. The interesting thing, I guess, with Slack is there an API that we could expose the chat into, for people who are not?
Yes. There is, I guess. There is the Slack API in the integrations list.
Right. Because I think that would be the kind of the killer feature for me in terms of moving from Skype to Slack is if we could have portals into Slack built into the Agile Ventures site. You know what I mean? You could see within the individual project elements there would be the chat appearing in the site. Anyhow, let's move on to. So I mean, I guess there's nothing blocking you then, Pete, and planning to more Cordelia work today by the sound of it.
Only thing blocking me is how to get my HTML skeleton code into the editor for lesson 1. I'll need to coordinate with Brian on that, I think.
I mean, wouldn't you just copy and paste it straight in there?
Well, I'm not sure how it loads. The editor loads the content. At the moment, it's empty when you first load the page.
Sure, right. But for the purposes of demoing it to the client, then you could just copy and paste it in there and show them it, right? I mean, I guess what you'd like, what you're saying is you'd like to be able to have a web page that someone goes to and it says lesson 1 and that date.
And all that gets loaded in. Yeah,
loaded in, right? Sure.
Copy and paste is definitely an option.
For the client using.
We've already got the CSS connected, so shouldn't be a
I'll
problem.
leave now. Bye.
Oh.
Okay, bye somebody.
Okay, bye somebody. All right, so David, how are you doing?
Oh, good, thanks. Yeah, made a bit of progress on the editable footers.
Sure.
I need to debug the cucumber before I can make a pull request, but I don't see any. I don't see a need for a feature flag on the current pull request or the pull request that I'm about to submit. But that's a matter we can discuss later, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be nice to have feature flags enabled. I mean, whether any individual thing needs them or not. I mean, if you're on the cusp of submitting, then that's probably no big, probably best not to get distracted with that. But it would be, well, the thing so I actually managed to, well, I guess before we go on to me, anything blocking you, David, or plans now?
Oh, the plan is to go fix those cucumbers.
Yeah, well, I'll be, it's an open pairing session now, so I'll be pairing on local support. But Thomas has just joined us. Hey, Thomas, how are you doing?
Hello, guys.
Hey, anything to report?
I've been working a little bit on spiking some stuff up for Cordelia, and going over the writing some suggestions for workshops and stuff, but nothing in particular. Just
okay. Yeah, sounds like Pete's working on that at the moment. Any plans now, Thomas?
Not at this. I'm again home alone with the guys. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Good stuff. So yeah, let's go on to me. Yeah, it was all Nan Tetris last night. Although I did manage to meet up with the Steve, the kind of meta client, as it were, for local support, and we, I showed him all the lo-fis and. Anyway, I've recorded that. I haven't uploaded it yet, but that's very useful. I think I'm thinking we definitely do need feature flags, just for very I certainly think we want to have feature flags in there. It would be nice for the volunteer feature to be kind of like already out in production, but sort of switched off at the high level, or at least at the making it visible to the public, and that way it could be played with on the main side of the data developed there. Anyway, yeah, but so I've come in. It's tube strike today, so the train journey was a bit of a pain. I have been doing pull requests. I've merged some pull requests already from. What have I done? Yeah, if we go and look at the pull requests for local support, I have got their number down a little bit. I've merged in the one from Azza. I think I've finished the one from John is ready to be merged, and I'll do that now. So yeah, plan today is open pairing session now, staying on local support. Yeah, and then another one at 6:30, but I'll be around and pairing today. Anything else that we need to bring up to as a group?
Me and Brian tried to solve that video error last night.
Oh yeah.
We don't know. We can't pinpoint it. It works on develop and in staging. It doesn't work on production. It works locally, so and in database. So then it got late, so we had to go to bed.
Right, and it's not throwing any error on production. It's just just not happening.
Not that we could see, so that was very frustrating.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Can you detect any differences between the configuration between stages?
No, not what I can detect.
The Heroku config is the
basically
same.
a mirror of everything. So
the Heroku config is the same.
On stage, between staging and production, it is.
Mm-hmm.
And when I do the interactive Rails console and I ask the question, it's the YouTube API is returning everything. So I just don't know what it is. But I'm sorry. Now I remember. It was really late. what happened was, yeah, I removed all the followers from Codelia, for instance. And when Brian joined Codelia, then his videos showed up. When I joined Codelia, then the videos disappeared when we both were joined. Then we both left Codelia, and when I joined, videos were showing, and when he joined, videos stopped showing. So we reversed the order. So there's something wrong with the follower, the follower jam or something, So yes, I sorry I didn't say that to start with, but it was rather late. So
sure.
Yeah, so there seems to be something.
But you only get that behavior on master, not on
yes, then that's the problem here. Yeah.
I wonder if I mean, I would be tempted in that case to deploy the master code onto the staging instance in some ways, and also search for anything, like maybe the production and the staging are using slightly different API keys, and they're hitting different versions of the API, so the same query is being interpreted differently. Anyway, yes, sounds like a tricky one.
We're going to try to. We said that we're going to try to hook up later today and try to work some more on this.
Okay.
All right.
Okay then. Well, I guess I guess I could drop the. I've kind of already put this Hangout listed as the open one, so I guess we'll just sort of stay in here. David, I guess, should we get started on local support?
Yeah, if everybody else is okay with that.
Yeah. So David, did you say you're just finishing up a pull request? Do you want to? You're not stuck on anything. I mean, do you want to? Should we open a teammate session? And
yes, I guess I need to shut down Tmux and start up Teammate. Yeah.
Oh right, were you using Tmux for some reason?
Yeah, it was just because I wasn't planning to share the keyboard at the moment. That's all. Yeah, I can share my screen right now. I should have bandwidth to share the screen, but if it's you always get better quality video if
yeah. Let's go to your teammate session.
Teammate. Right, so I will just kill what I'm doing here because there's nothing.
Yeah, what I was just doing in the background, if I bring up here, was I was just merging in, I think, John's pull request on Pages, and I've just pushed that up to develop. And I'm noticing that when I do that, I sort of thought before that these things would. Well, that's interesting. I think it's definitely updated because it's now telling me that the pull request can automatically be merged. So I think I've pulled that in without any changes. So I think I can just do. I'll put a note here, which is like merged from the command line. Closing comment. Yeah. So we are down. Why is it still? I want the number. It is 7. We're down to 7 pull requests there. Okay, and let's get up a window for David as well. I'll get a tab maybe. Add a server in there. Just get into David's. All right, I'm into David. So, got David's screen there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that the biggest you can make it?
I can make it.
Depends on the resolution that you want for your video.
Is that big enough for you?
Yeah, that's good.
Very good.
Right. So.
I'll talk to you later, guys. Okay.
Thanks, Thomas. Have a good one. Peter, you setting up a Cordelia hangout?
Yeah, I was just going to do the GitHub integration on Slack first, and
cool.
I'll set up that hangout.
Nice one. So, David, tell us where are you up to on the old editable footer links?
I've got I've got a checkbox in the show page for the page, and that checkbox makes it visible or invisible.
Okay.
And that is wired through to a column in the database, and then wired through to the main application layout, which makes the footer link appear and disappear.
Right.
So it appears to be working when Sam Pretty and I played with it last night, but at the end of the session we ran Cucumber and there's quite a lot of red, so appearing to work isn't quite the same as working.
Okay, so in terms of, I mean, getting close to a pull request, you're kind of, I guess, do you want to run the Cucumber there, or at least is your...
Yes. I'm just getting the right shell thing going on.
Okay. I mean, if I do git fetch David's, let's see, then...
Yeah, if I do a git status, if I just do
David's, that's
right. If I do a git push origin, make sure that we're up to date. Yeah, that...
Okay.
Your pull should be fine, yes. So you can have it in RubyMine there.
Although I think I have some merge conflicts on myself. That's because basically in order to run on my OS X, I have to kind of remove the better errors gem. But so
yes,
you've got...
Have you removed the better errors from develop now?
No, I haven't. I mean, I'm assuming it's being used by somebody for something. Have you added some new gems? You've added binding of pull, have you?
Who are you talking to?
You.
No. Let me see the Hangout and see what you're looking at. No, I haven't added binding of caller.
No, maybe that was in there before.
That belongs with better errors according to the comment.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know what binding with caller does.
No, well, I mean, I was just pulling it out. I mean, I can still look at the code locally and independently of that. But so,
Yeah. So now I can run the queues. Yeah.
I don't know. Have you not got better errors in your setup now?
I do have better errors, I think. But this, I haven't merged with develop yet. I want to get the queues to pass and then merge with develop and then give you a pull request. Otherwise, we're going to be...
Well, I mean, basically, I guess ideally before you start developing any point, is you want to update to develop, like sort of not having up to develop and then do the pull request, and then you're kind of pushing off doing the merge for to the project manager, so to speak.
Yeah, I want to do it the other way around. Yes, but
hey, Christian, go on.
I don't want to merge while I've got red.
No, you
any
don't
level
want
of
to
testing
merge when you've got red.
That sounds dangerous.
No, well, it could be painful.
So on my branch there's red, and there's rather a lot of red, and that is just evil, right? But that ran the last time I ran before I shut tmux. But if I do,
well, I'm running Cucumber on your setup to see what's going on.
Good.
I'll leave you to the... Okay, yeah.
Yeah, nothing that surprised me too much, but I just need to figure out exactly what is missing from the... and I think it may be just a missing slash or something like that.
But are the specs passing?
The specs will pass. But yeah, I'd appreciate if you run the specs when the Cucumber's finished.
Yeah, I'm just looking here at the... So which is the feature that we're on? It's
it's admin edit static page links feature.
Right. Over here. Okay.
That's doing it again.
All right. So let's have a look. Yeah. So it looks like we've got features of disclaimer and static pages are also failing, but I'm going to run. Guess I'll run. Let's put.
I have a debug point set on this side.
And run them in parallel. Let's see. Anyway. So.
It mostly should run in parallel because we don't have the database dependencies that Rotten Potatoes does.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. So you've got.
Oh, did I push you a debugger by mistake?
No, I'm looking at your thing at the moment. But you might have.
Oh, right.
I don't appear to have a debugger on my side. But,
look at your screen and see mine. Yes, that was disorientating for a moment. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So the specs are all parsing, and I mean, I guess sensibly as well. I should look at the functionality.
Yeah, I know. Great. That means I do my job well. Yeah. Surely that just means that I'm doing my job well.
Let's see here.
No gap.
So we need to be logged in as an admin, and I probably have a copy of the production data. So
I think I see what's. Yeah.
So at the moment, I'm not seeing any page links at the bottom.
Where are you? Oh, right.
Maybe you haven't. Have you done?
You have to create some pages.
Right.
I don't know if there's a there's a DB pages job for seeding pages.
There are pages. Look.
Oh, there are pages, but you're not seeing links. Oh, you need to you need to make them visible.
Ah, okay. We've got pages, but I'm not.
Yeah, you need to edit a page and make it visible.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good show.
And does the link show up? Yeah.
Yes, it does. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think what happened is when you save it, it's redirecting to the show page, and so the bottom is not linked, and the cucumber assumes that it is linked. So, right.
Okay. Yes, I mean, I think what we had originally discussed with the client was that for power editing, the checkbox would be a kind of column here, rather than necessarily in the individual page. But I don't think that's that's not a showstopper. At least the function.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that the feature's not finished. It's a complete piece of functionality, but it's not the entire story.
No. But there's other. I mean, well, in the first instance, there's just the ability to do it, and one can then polish the interface for it later on. Right. Mm-hmm. But so the functionality is working in the interface, but we're getting some problem with the these things. I mean, there's actually this issue of XPath kind of comes up in that I think John is preferring within, and Marianne says she likes XPath, and I wonder if we shouldn't standardize on within.
All right. So if I was to rewrite this cucumber step as a within, rather than has XPath.
Yes, that might be something that we might do here. But let's have a look at it in a bit more detail. So have I got here? Is this the same failing things that you're looking at? This is for the feature on 36. So setting up initially. I should see contact info, and it's saying, so it's seeing about HCM, but it's not seeing the contact info. And
you line 36? No, I'm not seeing that failing. Let me see why that's failing for me.
What do we?
Sorry, I just need to scroll up here.
I mean, maybe you're looking at a different one of the.
Yeah.
I should see contact info. So that
I should see contact info. Yeah, you're right. The contact info is
right, but that's
failing, and I jumped on to try and solve another one.
That's probably because this one here is hasn't got a link visible associated with it, so that's fine. But you've moved on and you're looking at a different failing step, are you? Which one are you looking at that's failing?
Yeah, I'm looking at Oh, sorry, I need to keep scrolling up. I'm looking at the one that's... Where's it gone? Oh, I've not run it through, but this so it hasn't failed yet because I'm in the debugger. But the failing step is number... See,
Oh, I guess the
proper view of it. Yeah.
There's all steps.
Step definitions.
Steps 12. Give an eye on sign as an admin. I think is it this one? Is it like the scenario admin can unlink and link page using its edit page?
Yeah, that's the one. Yes.
So this one is failing for you. Yes, also failing for me.
Yeah, it's line 43 that's failing, and line 47. Well, no, line 47 is failing for me.
Right. And so, and the about link is in the footer. Okay, yeah. And so we've got I uncheck and I check and okay.
And
right.
the problem.
So I guess what I'm tempted to do here is this is maybe where you've also got the debugger here.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to just bundle exec cucumber cucumber feature. Hold on, what's this? Somebody is saying something important to me. What's that? Okay. Sorry about that. So which feature we are in is it's features admin edit static page links feature. So you're at the so I'm in the same place as you. So you're in the debug point, and are you seeing that the you're seeing the actual link is in there? It's just that somehow that the this checking for it is not working. Is that right?
No, I'm seeing that the link is plain text and not a link, and the reason for that is the sequence I'm using in the steps, I believe.
Oh yeah.
If you go back to your web browser, if you're still there, are you still running a server?
I'm not running the server, but I've got the. Can I jump backwards and forwards? Yeah, but so for example, a page.
Yeah, but if you look at the bottom right.
Yeah.
That's a page for disclaimer. If you were running a server and hit update page. Because we have...
Well, that's what I did before, and this is the cache thing. So update page does take me to something, and it has disclaimer at the bottom.
The problem with disclaimer there is because we...
because we're on that page, it's not a link. Right, so the current one is not a link. Right.
Yeah, so
I guess...
Cucumber merely needs to navigate to the home page, for example.
Yes, right. Well, you could even be checking that you see... I guess the check there is that one should see about.
Yeah, you could check that. It doesn't seem very thorough to me.
Well, no, I'm not saying you shouldn't also navigate to the home page. I'm saying that but the part of the thing is that if you're on that page, then that functionality. I don't know if we've got some other thing somewhere that's checking that the current page that you're on is not is not hyperlinked. But okay, so actually, as far as you know, the step is working fine. So it's just a question of adding something into the scenario to say, let's sort this out.
Yeah, but we still have a problem with 35 and 36. But yeah, for this one, I think we just
need 35. Yeah, okay, yeah, all right.
Change the feature.
Okay. Yeah. So do you want to? But so yes. Do you want to? Let's go back. So it seems like you don't really need the debugger here.
No. Not right now.
No.
I do. I'm a bit puzzled why these aren't true or false, but
Why what aren't true or false? Oh, that.
If I write has XPath query, I mean if I misspell that entirely, it's I don't know, but
it's not returning anything.
Oh, I'm in a I've not got I've got unmatched slashes or something. Yes, okay, right. I'll try and drop out that.
But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. I mean.
Yeah, but we know what's going on, so I don't need to figure out what the debug is doing there. Right. Okay. So I'll edit on this side, and
yeah, why don't you do that?
We can do some ping pong in a moment then. Right.
But I mean, it is. I think that at the risk of making it more complicated, isn't there the danger that the 43 is saying that the about link is not in the footer and is actually not checking for the right thing? Like the about link would not be in the footer, but
that's right.
If it's on that page.
Yeah. Well, how about I just call it the homepage footer? And rewrite the step.
I would have thought rather than creating a new step, I would have thought that the sensible thing to do in both cases would be to redirect to the home page after you've pressed update page.
Well, we already have. Oh, you mean to change the apps that it redirects, or just to put in a step?
No, just put in there, say, and I'm on the home page or whatever our current, and. On line 34, we've got and I am on the home page.
Yeah, I think visit is synonymous, but I'll just check our steps file.
I would say almost if we're in this.
No, we don't. Yeah, you're right.
I would say let's at least be consistent. I mean, John's got a pull request coming through, which is like huge, like revisions to all of the step definitions. But anyway.
Yeah, I think they're all of them refactorings rather than, but maybe I misunderstand that they actually changed the English text.
Well, I mean, yeah, but so that's a lot of if you've got it's still going to be potential conflicts with that. Anyway. Okay. Yeah.
Right. This is far too rerun be a user spec, but we rerun the.
So rerun that precise feature. But of course, ideally it would have. Yeah. Right. No, yeah.
We'll run it from line 30. And if I just drag this thing over here, that was too small now.
Okay, so you've still got the.
I thought I'd take the debugger out. Let's take that out in a moment. Past anyway.
But it's passed. Okay.
Right, let's run the whole thing, and I'll
go. I think I could already tell you that having all pages show automatically is failing on line 36 because contact info is being created and it's not having. If you scroll, I mean, well, I guess.
Contact info is not being marked as visible, is it?
Yeah, but if I were you, I would delete lines 16 through 32, since that way of creating a page, that's for testing the markdown, which is not tested in this. So I would delete lines 16 through 32, and then I would
reproduce it up here.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if. I'm wondering if I should just say you should be testing for an invisible link right now, but it doesn't matter because making links visible and invisible later.
Let's. I think let's make it as simple as possible.
Yeah, but yeah, having two in there is quite helpful because it stops you from ever making a. Make sure you have a collection of all the way through and stops you having a single object. Where's my paper gone?
Because I was definitely the sun.
Content.
Just do 1, 2, 3 CCC. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, just testing on content. This is true too.
Interesting. Although arguably, in some for a test, you could set that to false, and actually we could adjust, it's a more variegated test if you to delete that there, and so it should I should not see contact info on line 22.
Right. Okay.
So
run the whole
run that
file.
Run that file. And so okay. So I mean, there's a final one that's sort of a pending thing in there.
We need to start.
But that's not required for finishing up this current pull request, is it?
All right, I can't see it right now.
Oh,
I need to get the debugger thing done.
Well, just hit C a couple of times and let's get to the end of the.
Yeah. Before we get. Yeah. Right.
Okay, so
one pending and two passed. That's right. Admin can choose.
Okay, but so you had other failing.
Will you accept request with this pending, or should I delete it?
Well, let's leave. Well, I guess the question there is whether that will screw up the Travis build. But let's. I think perhaps more seriously,
right.
Issue, but there are other failing.
Yes, there are certainly.
That I wonder if I can go back up here and see.
Shall I ping it over to you and?
Yeah, that's not an unreasonable thing to do at this point. Yeah.
Get. Let's do the git status and stage stuff.
It's interesting. So you're using some kind of Emacs plugin to do your adding of particular files. Is that right?
Yeah, it's a GUI for Git. So I just with one key press you can stage a file.
Yeah.
It's called Magit. That's not right.
Oh no! So I delete that because I mean we've the pull request the Git commit is already associated with that file, so you could just say fix features for static page links. I mean. Okay.
Yep, that should be pushed.
Okay, let's go to me. I want to maybe exit there. I was going to put my data as a strange state, but let's remove the. Do I have a debug in there as well? Let's get rid of that, and then let's so git checkout -b. I was starting to think I should have more. So this is Dave feature. And what are we calling this? Admin edit. An editable footer links. That's what it is. Editable footer links. I think what I'm tempted to do is maybe just throw that away. Can I do that? Can I git reset, merge, git checkout, develop, and let me git fetch David, and that should git checkout -b David feature editable links, and then I could do, just get statuses here, right. So I think if I try and do bundle exec rake spec here, it's interesting. Did I want to do check out?
I don't know if you haven't done a git. Oh,
No.
right. What does David underscore feature mean? It just creates a new branch name. Yeah, you haven't done a
yeah, no, I haven't quite done what I wanted to do, which is git branch minus D. Let's get rid of that. We're not going to pull request. Git checkout David. That's what I want to do, and then git checkout minus B. I guess I already have an editable footer links thing. So really, what I should be doing is check out editable footer links, and then I should be doing git pull David's editable footer links. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. And then let's do bundle as a spec here. I wonder if this one will have my changes about the better error issue in it. Looks like it does. Okay, so we can run the specs then. Let's go and have a look at.
So does it crash pretty quickly when it's loading?
We get a Ruby segmentation fault immediately if it's not working. But so if we look here, for example, in the gem file, I'm not seeing better or F. Better. Huh. Yeah, maybe you don't have that gem in your.
No.
Or I've edited it. Or I've edited it out of my. Of that thing. Not sure. Anyway, I think I'm tempted to run.
I will have it soon, I hope. Yeah, because we'll have to do that.
Okay.
So when you do,
Right.
started a year ago.
Okay. So let's run. Let's run the. Can I get the cucumber features in here? Let's run these in here.
So is everything in the one feature file that's failing?
I think there was two of them. I think they were all related to others.
Files.
Yeah, here we go. Unable to find. So this is. Let's say, for example, unable to find link about us. And this, I suspect that this is going to be related to. Oh, go on. Here we go. When I follow that, basically here that we've got. So we now have in these other features. We don't have what we have here, which is the link visible thing. Like so.
Yeah.
So we're going to have. Then also, I mean, the interesting question here is whether the markdown, so this is admin edit static pages. It sort of makes sense that and it's actually not relying upon contact us being. Okay, here we go. So follow contact. I guess if we rerun this with the link visible. We'll see if we still get one failing element there. Yeah, okay. So the problem is that we've got a static page name contact info with permanent contact and markdown content. What we could do, really? You can't find that. We could edit this step for this just to make sure that the link was, set the link visible on as we create it. Annoyingly, it's not letting me jump to the step definition, but the navigation steps, can we work out?
Can you not jump there from the?
Ruby mode. Normally, I can do control. I can do, and there's this cannot find declaration to go to, so which is kind of annoying.
But what about from the aspect from the?
No, well, it's not. It's not fair. This is not the point at which it's failing.
It's not failing at the right step. Yeah.
It's not failing on that particular step. I'm just sort of thinking retrospectively about how we can adjust that step in order to make it work for us. So and a static page. I guess the way to do is find a job and a static. No occurrences of and a static as well. And a static page, and static page. And I spelled that wrong. Okay. So that's at this point here, page create name for the content. We could just say, so what it is, is link visible?
Yeah.
True. And if we so there.
Is that within the hash?
Well, good catch. Let's take that out there. And we run that. So
Rowena from the BBC.
And let's see if that fixes that up. Okay, so that feature is working. So there was some. Can I just run? I'd like to run the admin. Can I run all features in admin? There we go. That's a nice feature. I can just run all of those features within the admin chunk. So, and are you reasonably happy with the specs for this? For this setup?
Yeah, I think they really. I think they're too wordy, but they describe what.
You think they're a bit wordy? Sorry, say again.
Yes, I think they're a bit wordy, but I think they describe what we want, and I think that the R specs that go below them cover the edge cases pretty well.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, so it looks like I think we've got all of our features passing now. Obviously, we've got that. You can. The disclaimer page is accessible on all pages. That's the disclaimer feature was also failing. Yeah, so I think. So we've got.
Oh yes, this is a non-admin feature.
Non-admin features. I mean, I guess moving over to this, we've got. I mean, ideally, one might have a. What's the word? Would have a migration. That the migration would set the appropriate elements. I guess we'll end up doing it by hand. But,
yeah. You can have a default value when you save a page, but I don't know if they do the migration refers to those default values.
I mean, no. So I guess what we would. I think it doesn't matter so much. I mean, we'll basically have to apply this migration on production, and then it will end up, being whatever default value it is. But since we've got some things up and some things down, we would need to, do it either way. I mean, you could write into the migration specifics like for it to check the pages and sort of. Do you know what I'm talking about? Let me just.
Oh yes, just to go look at what's hard linked before it, or something like that. No, I couldn't do that. But you could write specifics for based on what was
actually in production. It could basically, check and it could make let's make sure that the 404 thing is not visible and that the other ones are visible. I should be doing this with a thing. Just do.
Yeah, that'd be 3 or 4 lines, but I mean,
that would make the deployment process more seamless, if you know what I mean. Like, if deployed to production, and as part of doing the migration, it actually sets the page values appropriately. What is it? Is it control? That's the one. There you go. That was up to 212. The contact page, the about us page. Those. I think is that everything. I want to just rerun the failing tests. I wonder if that's an option here. I can't just kick them off. But yeah, so I don't know that it's partly because we're moving over to ninefold anyway. I don't know that it's you know, it's clear. But it's always nice to think about if you're doing this kind of migration that's going to have an impact on production data. Then if we had looked at the migration, so this thing, as well as doing this, you could have you know, a series of checks that would, you know, and also make, if those pages didn't exist, as they might not on some developers' machines, then it just fails kind of silently, or what have you.
Yes. Yeah. I'm only thinking about staging and production, but yeah, developers' machines. Yeah, they just all the links disappear until people make them visible. In which case we could give them a rake task or a one-line script. But it'd be nice to I guess I'll look at a migration, because you can just write arbitrary Ruby code in a migration then.
Yep, you can.
Okay, so if I find a
so you can do, and I think that's much better than a rake task, because then there's like making sure what you want is that at the point that the migration takes place, that then immediately, you know, no delay, it does the other necessary things. So okay, so I think we've got all the Cucumber features passing. If we look at this scenario here, which is I'm signing as an admin, I visit the Pages Manager, and what's this referring to? This I remove about from the footer. I mean, we've got.
It's referring to. Oh, that first scenario at line 24 is referring to the edit page.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
The second scenario is referring to the index page.
Okay. Well, it would seem to me that we could, like, you know, that's perfectly. If we've now got everything running here, then that's a perfectly good point at which to, you know, draw a line in the like. This is quite useful functionality as it stands. So, you know, it seems like we could certainly put in a pull request for that, rather than requiring to build this next component. And I think probably we don't want a pending scenario because it would probably break Travis. So, you know, one could remove that for the purpose of making the pull request, and then branch, you know, create a fresh branch in order to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Christian, you thought it was EuroScrum, but you came in late, Christian. So there we go. All right. So that looks like that's green across the board.
Yeah, Christian was here for a while, but yeah.
Is it what's so annoying is that people can leave chat in the Google group chat, and then it you know, you haven't got a way of responding to them in a way that they'll see it. It's I wish the chat from the Hangout was somehow would persist with the chat that they have outside. It's just
so they're not connected at all. So the Hangout chat is not really connected at all.
to the external event chat, or the there seems to be like a separate like external Hangout chat. They've got at least 3 different chats, and
I love it.
none of them are connected as far as I can see. But so if I do git status there, so I can do git commit -am, so tidy up to fix. This is existing features to work with new link visible functionality. Git push origin editable. Footer links. Okay, so you could pull that out and check that it's all green on your system, and then you could run. You could do.
Are you in? Yeah, you're in Tansaku.
Yeah. I haven't removed that pending feature, so I guess you might want to do that before you do the pull request. But that sounds like you're set up. You're poised. We might almost say, to make the pull request.
I'm so tempted now. You suggested it though to actually, but maybe that's it. Even a one-line pull request, just to say, along with the def change, there'd be a. Can you have a def change and a def up? Or do I have to split this up into a def up and a def down?
Are you now talking about having a migration? Here.
Yeah, just having even a one-liner just to make the pages visible again, because they all disappear. It will be kind of annoying
for example, here you could have you know, pages dot. You could do pages dot all dot each, and then a one-liner to, you know, set them the link visible equals true, and then save them all. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. If someone does a migration down, does it break?
I don't think so. I don't know, actually. Something interesting to look at. I mean, yes. So we've got like if you want to put somebody talking about Rails. Question of other.
I'm misusing Git pull right at the moment. It's the yeah, that's pulled right.
It looks like there's an interesting thing here about supporting. Yeah, I mean you can go with up down. It might be easier in this situation to do up down. It looks like it's got a sort of reversible thing here where you can say, you know, on up do this, but then on down don't do it. But, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it might be. I think it's probably cleaner to split it into up down. I think the idea with the changes that there are things that are, you know, things that it ultimately knows how to reverse. So, but yes, I mean, if you're going to make that change, then you want to, you know, test it backwards and forwards a few times on your own system.
Branch.
I also want to remove that scenario. Now I got.
So branch it first, and then I do a git. Oh, I don't need to check out now. I've already branched it, so I can go back there when I'm ready. Right now, I just need to delete the scenario.
Maybe I can't get to Chris. And what's annoying then is that you get the message from somebody and their name, and there's actually no way of clicking through to the person in the Hangout.
Oh, once they've gone, yes, you can click through their face at the bottom, but otherwise you have
there. But then after that, it's
Google Plus search is so slow. Yeah.
Well, I think what's his name? It's Christian Lane. Is that him? I think it is. We started on EuroScrum, and it became local sport pairing. Okay. Anyhow, so yeah, how are you doing? You just removed that pending feature, have you?
Yep, I'm just running the.
Are you doing migration?
Cucumber.
What is that Zeus thing you've got, by the way?
Oh, Zeus is a better version of Spork.
Okay.
Keeps Rails running in the background, so that you can just jump in and run your tests.
Right.
But it stopped working for me right now.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm just going to go and look over at some other. So I've got, I guess, the other things coming along. I'm still haven't made such a big dent in the pull requests. I guess maybe. I mean, it feels in some ways that I mean, the next set of pull requests. I mean, it's
do that.
they're all the next set of pull requests are all refactoring things. I guess I can argue. I mean, I've got the ninefold footer is next. Is that in some ways that I don't know if these managing these pull requests is blocking people, but it seems like the critical thing for me is to get the ninefold footer in there and start trying to work out how to get the because what we really need is a production flow on ninefold. At the moment, we only have a single instance. I think that's probably the highest priority at the moment. But anyway, it seems like you can probably make your pull request in the background there. So maybe what I should focus on is doing this ninefold thing.
Yeah, I'll shout if I want comments.
Sure. So, I mean, you're commenting about breaking a source line there longer than 80 characters. Yeah, I guess I would be worried there slightly about we've got the line feed shouldn't do anything in that. I think we follow their just follow their instructions in order to get it in there.
Yeah.
See what the conflicts are. We've got some kind of conflict in specs. We use layouts application HTML. Specs. Views. Layout, there it is. Looks like there was a lens missing in there. Okay. Okay. Git statement. Git add was something we've assumed we fixed that. I guess I should do bundle exec rec spec there. Yeah, I mean, I guess, David, looking at, you sort of made this comment on breaking the source line to 80 characters. I guess, you know, you could do a pull request on that. Would probably help reduce the cognitive load. I know it sort of seems trivial, but there's this sort of general thing of, like, you know, not wanting to get sidetracked from one thing. I mean, it's a sensible suggestion. I think it's all about managing your emotional energy, all of this stuff. Okay, so
yeah, and it's pretty heavy today, and
yeah, I feel I must get to ninefold, and I mean, I've got about another 20 minutes before I break for lunch. I'm thinking, like, I must at least try and create a production instance on ninefold, ready to be, you know, our new production instance. I guess I can start doing that from, I don't need to wait for that other thing to pass. I should be able to go to ninefold.com, and so Sign in here. Huh. Do I have a ninefold thing? I don't. I should create one. Okay, I have logged in. Somebody's telling me something. I guess the volunteer is saying that the things are down there. Not the world TA chat, that thing, I guess. Can I go in here and go, what is it? Is it chat servers down, SSH? Derek, chat. So over here, that's passed. I think if we go get status, should be able to do git and git. So this is like merging latest into fold footer request. Git status, git push, and then what do let's do git push origin. I don't know if that then makes it so that I can now still what's the command line tend to be right. So I wonder if there's some special aspects of the of doing it this way that allows GitHub to so this is now, I don't know, the footer. Okay. So I'm confused now. Hold on. I've done that. Let's go back. I want to be there. I want to be here. And so the ninefold footer is, yeah, so functional command line. Okay. So that, well, of course, that's now going to be deployed to EuroScrum, which is somewhat ironic, but I guess we'll be retiring our EuroScrum instances. And I want to get, now I've got this up here. Is the chat, did the guys mean that the chat is not working? Is the web chat working? I need to go to this one. I still have my ridiculous VNC issues. Let's see what's happening with the bridge. Okay. Oh dear. Oh no. Looks like Skype has. Let me just get rid of that. Put that to here. Right, so this one, so we run Skype from here. Oh. Yeah, and then Derek had told me the password for this before, but I think it just disk IO error. I wonder if we're going to be out of luck now. What's that saying there? Let's not connect to the Skype process. We can't get the Skype process running. Okay. Yeah. Wonder if okay. Anyway, but so that ninefold, that's potentially in there. I don't know what to do with that. But so having got into, I guess at least, where was it? Lost my ninefold thing. How are you doing over there, David? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm resolving merges one by one.
Oh, okay.
Merge conflicts one by one, and hoping that the automatic merge is okay.
You've merged with the develop, have you?
Yeah.
I see. Which is, you can see the ninefold process for. So if I want to get a, so we I guess we do a staging. It sort of guides you through. You know, I'm looking at my repository. There we go. What is there? I guess we have all of these.
I don't need to do that.
I don't know if we. I guess this is all on the minimum bits and pieces. I guess this should be how CN staging. Ruby version is 193. Are we on 5.4.5 yet, or 4? Well, I guess we should be on 5.4.5.
Fine.
Okay. So I don't have any add-ons. We need SendGrid. We should have New Relic. Oh, do we have a SendGrid account?
I suspect not. I suspect
Okay.
you're automatically authenticated with SendGrid by Heroku.
Yeah. Okay. I guess should we be creating a new SendGrid? I think maybe we should just be requesting new SendGrid and then additional deployment. Utilize these triggers for a bash will be required. I don't think we need a bash, but okay. All right. So we're deploying a staging server. Okay, and it's such a pain to have. Well, actually, I could be doing that from here, couldn't I? See if I know, but I'm not sure if it's the right location, the right user. All right, so we've done that, and what we need to do is somebody was sending me the thing we need to do. How to resolve that? Rename the Skype folder to that command. Copy. Can I do that? Will it paste it in there for me? I don't know. Nope. Okay, and what have we actually got? Move dot Skype dot Skype fold. Oh no, wrong thing. Okay, and then we start Skype. See, I've still got this ridiculous VNC issue. In order to... Oh really? What's going on there? Okay. Okay, really? And then I have to remember, oh, look at the, it was CS169.2x.IRC. I don't know what password. Okay. So how are your merge conflicts going there, David?
Can you do me a favour and either make the it's taking up full screen. Can you make your font a bit smaller there? Yeah, thanks. That gives me more room to and got rather large conflict this file, and I just wanted to see the two things side by side.
Let me just see if I've got.
And then I think I just got a couple of new examples to put in here.
Right. No. I think Derek did previously tell me the password for
That's good. Right.
Well, I think I'm going to break for lunch.
Okay.
No, I can't find the. I can't find the password for. I think Derek has sent it in before. I guess I really do need to have all the passwords. Let's see the date from. I've got something about, what is this, on December. This is on November 2013, asking, it's 19th of November 2013. Okay, was that what it was? Oh.
Lunch.
Lunch. At the park. No less. CS169.2x.IOC. Okay, great. And then no.
I don't know. Yeah. Is there nobody?
Yeah, very keen on lunch. Just okay. All right, that worked. That was it. Okay. All right. Whew, okay. Right. Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna. Yeah. So the end of the session there was not so exciting.
Yeah.
But you're finding working through those merge issues not a big deal there.
Yeah, I'll come back to this. This is the first red I've got trying to run a spec, so I'll come back to that in a minute.
Okay.
After lunch, I guess.
All right. All right. I'll leave the broadcast there. All right. Thanks, David. Bye for now.
All right. Bye bye.
Cheers.